This is not just a video. This is a declassification. The information you're about to receive comes from Dolores Cannon's 40-year investigation into the human soul. It is the final piece of the puzzle, the master key that unlocks every other teaching. Your entire life, you've been trained to manage chaos. You've been taught to fight it, resist it, organize it, heal from it, and protect yourself from it. You've built walls, shields, and safe spaces inside your mind. You've become an expert in survival, a veteran of a storm that never seems to end. But what if survival was never the point? What if all the strategies you've been using to manage chaos were the most sophisticated trap of all? A grand illusion designed to keep you busy fighting the waves, so busy that you never notice you have the power to walk on water. Today, we are not here to give you another shield. We are not here to teach another coping skill. We are here, following the work Dolores Cannon began, to declassify a forgotten technology, a form of spiritual physics so fundamental and powerful it has been hidden in plain sight. This is the final protocol, the briefing on the 5 forgotten soul codes. These are 5 dormant, powerful programs within your spiritual DNA. Once activated, they do not just protect you from chaos. They don't shield you from it. They make you completely immune to its effects. They do this by raising your consciousness to a level where chaos cannot exist. This is not a message of hope. This is an operating manual for your divinity. The time for managing the storm is over. The time for transcending it has arrived. To understand these codes, you must first understand the prison you never knew you were in. The chaos you experience, the anxiety, conflict, lack, drama, is not a series of random events. It is a frequency, a broadcast, a sophisticated, self-perpetuating system we call the chaos matrix. This matrix is not an external enemy. It is a parasitic operating system running on the hardware of collective human consciousness. Its main fuel is your reaction. Think about it clearly. A piece of bad news appears. Your heart races. Your mind fills with fear and anger. That energy you just generated doesn't vanish, it is harvested. It feeds the matrix, strengthening the frequency of chaos. That frequency creates more chaos in the world, which generates more fear, feeding the loop again. It's a self-feeding dragon, consuming its own tail, with your life force as sustenance. For centuries, humanity has tried to escape this system using flawed tools. We've tried dismantling the prison with its own instruments. The first flawed tool is positive thinking. We stand in the middle of a storm and shout affirmations louder than the wind. We decorate the walls of our mental prison with pictures of flowers, hoping to forget we are trapped. It works briefly, but at its core, it's resistance. The storm doesn't care about your affirmations. It feeds on your struggle. The second flawed tool is hustle and grind. We think we can outwork chaos. We push harder, longer, faster, trying to build our kingdom before it burns. But we're building with the dragon's fire, stress, fear, ambition, competition. It's a futile effort, leading only to burnout and exhaustion, reinforcing the belief that life is an endless struggle. The third flawed tool is the subtlest, spiritual bypassing. We meditate to escape the chaos, float above our problems, pretending they don't exist. We tell ourselves it's all an illusion. But we haven't transcended it, we've just closed our eyes. The prison walls remain. The unprocessed pain is still stored in our bodies. Here is the turning point. The truth Dolores Cannon uncovered over decades is clear. The way out is not to break the walls, outrun the guards, or pretend the prison doesn't exist. The truth is you were never in prison. Chaos is a frequency. You have the inalienable, God-given power to shift your frequency. You do not escape the matrix. You simply become incompatible with it. You stop perceiving it because you are no longer tuned to its channel. The 5 forgotten soul codes are not escape plans. They are tuning forks, ancient protocols for a radical internal frequency shift. They are keys to a dimensional jump you can take right now. Code 1. The Sovereign Observer. This is the foundation, the master key for all other codes. Without it, nothing else works. The principle is simple. The practice is revolutionary. The Sovereign Observer is the calm, eternal part of your consciousness that watches your life. It notices your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, but it is not those things. It is the sky, Everything else is the weather. The chaos matrix can only affect you if you identify with your character, if you believe you are your anxious thoughts, angry emotions, or financial worries. The moment you step back into the observer, the hook dissolves. The power cord is unplugged. Dolores's clients often describe this as the God's eye view, the understanding that you are a spark of the divine, sent to experience, learn, and feel, but never at risk. The physics of this code is rooted in quantum reality. Observation collapses infinite possibilities into experience. When you identify with your thoughts and emotions, you are tossed around by life. When you remember you are the observer, you reclaim your power to choose which reality to experience. Protocol: the who is watching protocol throughout your day. When fear, anger, or anxiety arises, pause. Take a conscious breath and ask yourself, who is aware of this anger? Who is watching this thought of fear? Who is feeling this panic in my chest? In that simple act, you shift from identification with the experience to the awareness experiencing it. You step out of the movie into the projection booth. This is not a one-time fix. It is a daily practice that slowly deauthorizes the chaos matrix and builds your unshakable inner arc. Code 2. The alchemist of neutrality. If the first code creates distance, the second transforms your relationship to chaos. This is energetic metabolism, turning poison into medicine. Most teachings suggest shielding yourself from negativity, building walls of light. But even that is resistance. It implies the world has the power to harm you. The alchemist of neutrality sees energy for what it truly is: neutral. Data. A hateful comment, a stressful deadline, a fearful news story, all are packets of low-frequency information. An alchemist doesn't resist. They metabolize. They receive it, thank it for its message, and transmute it into higher frequency within themselves. Protocol: the thank you for the data protocol. When chaos enters your field, a criticism, a negative comment, or collective fear, the untrained reaction is to contract, resist, or fight back. The alchemist relaxes, opens their energy, observes with curiosity, and says, thank you for the data. This transforms the perceived attack into neutral information. The energy that would feed the matrix now feeds your growth. You don't just shield yourself, you starve the chaos. Code 3. The weaver of timelines. This code moves from defense to conscious creation. It acknowledges infinite parallel realities. The chaos matrix wants you to believe this reality, your struggles, limits, and hardships, is the only one. The weaver knows the truth. You are at a nexus of infinite possibilities. There is a version of you that is healthy, wealthy, peaceful, abundant. There is also one that struggles. All exist as potential now. Your thoughts and emotions choose which timeline you experience next. Most people do this unconsciously, repeating the same patterns. Protocol: the anchor and pivot protocol. Step 1. Anchor. Feel your desired timeline in your body. Experience the peace, joy, and freedom of that version of you. This feeling is your energetic anchor. Step 2. Pivot. When old chaotic triggers arise, acknowledge them, activate the alchemist of neutrality, and immediately return your focus to your anchor. Each pivot is a vote for the reality you want. With practice, you move from victim to conscious weaver of your reality. Code 4. The oracle of the 0 point. This code is pure creation. It is understanding that before all things there is nothing, a void of unmanifested potential. Dolores called it the source of all creation. Scientists call it the 0 point field. The chaos matrix fills your mind with constant noise to prevent you from accessing it. In the 0 point, you are not affirming or visualizing. You are simply being. All true creation comes from this silence. Ideas, solutions, inspiration appear fully formed through you. Protocol: the enter the void protocol. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Watch your thoughts as clouds in the sky. Don't engage. Don't judge. Notice the gaps, moments of silence between thoughts. That space is the 0 point, the womb of creation. With practice, extend your awareness into longer stretches of silence. Even 5 minutes a day bypasses the chaos matrix and aligns you with the source of creation. Code 5. The harbinger of grace. This final code integrates the others and turns personal transcendence into planetary service. A harbinger announces the arrival of something new. Grace is effortless divine love. The harbinger of grace simply exists as a living signal of the new earth. Unlike the martyr or the exhausted healer who fuels the matrix, the harbinger operates from overflow. You've used the first 4 codes to fill your inner cup. You are sovereign, alchemical, weaving your timeline, and receiving from the void. Now your cup overflows, and your presence serves everyone naturally. Protocol. The broadcast don't teach protocol. You do not convince, wake, or heal anyone. You simply live your fully activated, joyful, coherent self. Walk into a store, an office, or your family home, and radiate peace, coherence, and unconditional love. Be a lighthouse. Stand anchored. Shine your light. The ready will find their own way. You are not fighting chaos. You are its obsolescence. The 5 codes have been declassified. The sovereign observer, the alchemist of neutrality, the weaver of timelines, the oracle of the 0 point, the harbinger of grace. These are not beliefs or ideas. They are consciousness technologies. They are your birthright, forgotten, never lost. The chaos around you is not proof of doom. It is a planetary exam. The universe tests whether you can transcend chaos. This is not a future event, it is a present choice. You, who resonate with this, are not just a student. You are a coderiker, a spiritual engineer incarnate, here to remember this technology and embody it. Your lifelong anxiety was not a disorder. It was a dormant code activating. Your sense of not belonging was not weakness. It was proof that your frequency was already tuned to a higher reality. The investigation is complete. Your mission is declassified. Your first step as a coderiker: choose your entry point. Decide which of the 5 codes you will master first. This is your personal curriculum. Declare it publicly. Begin your comment with, "I am a coderiker." Then state the code, "I am a coderiker. I am activating the sovereign observer." Or, "I am a coderiker. My training begins with the weaver of timelines." Connect with other coderers. See which codes are coming online worldwide. The old matrix is being deauthorized. The great work begins now.